Hello and welcome to Channel 2S. I'm your host, Second Soundwave, and it's time for some more Gunpla news. There isn't really anything new to show off this week, as it's been kind of a slow news period, but pretty much every premium Bandai release for September has dropped in the last couple days, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to talk about them now that we have some in-hand pictures. So, first up is the upgrade set for the real grade Sinanju. The box here is in black and white grayscale, which is a little bit surprising. I was kind of expecting it to be red, since usually these boxes tend to match up with the color of the suit that they are. But looking at the internals of it, it's alright. So we got some, cool white parts, some good color separation here, and even get a little sheet of marking stickers. I guess, sure. I mean, I don't think they're really necessary, since there's already a ton of marking stickers with the original Sinanju, but sure, whatever works. And the head, of course, really doesn't look that great, since it's not painted, so when you get it right out of the box, it's just gonna look kinda lame, which is a bit of a shame. We now have pictures of the little figurine that is included. There is only one, not two. Well, actually, in a sense there are two, but that's only because you get two of the runners, and one of them's kind of a leftover piece. It's basically two of the same guy in the same pose. But I guess you could maybe repurpose one of them as like Echoist Grunt Soldier or something, so I guess that's kind of cool. And finally, this is something that was never mentioned in any of the promo images or anything, or at least I didn't notice it. But it also comes with a set of closed fists for the Sinanju, which is very welcome, since if you're at all familiar with the real grade, you'll know that the only hands it comes with are standard weapon-holding hands, and even the articulated real grade hands just do not look right on that kit at all, since they're just repurposed from the Mark II. So overall, I think it's a pretty interesting weapon set. I would have probably been a lot more excited for it if it weren't for the massive issues that the real grade Sinanju has, but they certainly give it some extra display options, and I think that's pretty cool. And next up, we have Lydo Wolf's Gym Sniper 2. This is a kit that I think looks pretty cool. And honestly, I'm okay with it existing, even as a P-Bandai thing, because I don't see this as being something I have to get. All this really does is just make me want to grab a Gym Sniper 2 and some gray paint and just make it gray, because this just shows me that the Gym Sniper 2 looks really, really cool when you paint it in a kind of grayscale color scheme. So next we have the Efreet Schneid, and I must say, I really liked the Gym Sniper 2, and I was okay with it being P-Bandai. I really like this one too. Not so happy about the release method because, okay, there's some new parts here, and, I could see, okay, maybe you could remove the spikes on the custom, add some holes, drill some holes in. And then we got the knives, and obviously the knives are kind of a difficult thing to scratch build, especially since you need to make like 15 of them. But another thing I've noticed about the knives that really wasn't all that noticeable in the promo images, but is very clear now that we've got in-hand pictures of it, the blades on every single one of the knives are stickers. That's one of the problems I have with these premium Bandai kits, is that they don't get the whole same full budget that a mass retail release kit would, which means you end up with kind of little cheats in the build, like stickers or hollowed out parts or really simplified builds on larger grade kits. And it's kind of a shame, because some of these mobile suits deserve better than they get, and I kind of think the Efreet Schneid is one of those, considering it's from Unicorn and actually has more animated appearances than the Efreet Kai. But then next we have the blue version of the Qubeley Mark II, which is looking pretty cool. It's got that same kind of glossy finish that the red one does. And I think it's kind of neat in that way, although on the other hand it is just, a recolored Qubeley. So again, blue paint, Qubeley Revive, you're pretty much set. Not too bad. Then we have the prototype Stark Jegan. What I didn't notice about this when I saw the promo image is that compared to any of the other Jegans, it is a very, very minty green. Again, it does suffer a little bit from being P-Bandai, in that if you look at the chest, you can notice that the vents are actually stickers. Not something I'm too happy about, to be honest. I think that they probably could have cut a few less corners on this, or even if they didn't, maybe it would have been nice if this was a retail kit, just because, there's a lot of new stuff here. And while I wouldn't say it's a super prominent kit, if you go just by seconds spent on screen, I think this guy might actually overtake the normal Stark Jegan, even if it wasn't quite as iconic. So that just about wraps up for tonight. There's not really a lot of news to go over, so I just thought I'd talk about these P-Bandai kits and wrap things up. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. I do Gunpla news, reviews, and other stuff like that. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave a comment down below. It's always fun interacting with you guys, and I will see you next time.